Claudia Winkleman, a well-known television personality, made waves during her appearance on the Norton show with scathing remarks about Meghan Markle's rumored cooking show. The segment, which started lightheartedly with fellow guests Tom Heston and Brie Larson, took a dramatic turn when the topic of Meghan's project was brought up. What followed was an unfiltered critique that left the audience laughing, the panel uneasy, and social media in uproar. Winkleman didn't mince her words. She questioned the authenticity of the cooking show, suggesting that it might focus more on visual appeal than culinary substance. "I'm just saying," she quipped, "if it's like some of her other ventures, this will be less about what's on the plate and more about what's on the screen." She accused Meghan of lacking originality, hinting that the project could be another example of the Duchess borrowing concepts rather than creating something innovative. The remark elicited chuckles from the studio audience, but other guests exchanged awkward glances, clearly unsure how to respond. Even Norton, known for his quick wit, chose to let the comment hang in the air rather than steering the conversation to safer territory. Audience and social media reactions. The public reaction was immediate and polarized. Clips of Winkleman's remarks went viral on social media, sparking fierce debates. Supporters praised her candor, applauding her for saying what many allegedly think but are too afraid to voice. "Finally, someone isn't afraid to call Meghan out," wrote one Twitter user, echoing a sentiment shared by others who believe Meghan's projects often prioritize branding over authenticity. On the other hand, backlash was swift and intense from Meghan's defenders. They labeled Winkleman's remarks as unfair and unnecessarily personal. This is the same Meghan who has worked tirelessly for charity and human rights. "Criticizing her without knowing the full story of the show is just mean-spirited," wrote another commenter. Fans cited Meghan's well-documented work in areas such as gender equality and mental health advocacy as evidence of her genuine intentions. Broader cultural debate. Winkleman's criticism touched a nerve, reigniting long-standing discussions about Meghan's public persona. Many critics argue that Meghan's ventures, from podcasting to writing, often come across as calculated attempts to maintain her celebrity status. They accuse her of focusing on optics rather than delivering meaningful content. Claudia's comments seem to resonate with this view, amplifying frustrations among detractors who see Meghan as more invested in self-promotion than substance. However, Meghan's supporters argue that this narrative is both unfair and rooted in deeper societal biases. Why is it that when Meghan tries to create something, she's accused of being superficial, but others in her position are celebrated? Asked one commentator on Instagram. This sentiment reflects a broader debate about how women, particularly women of color, are scrutinized in the public eye. Winkleman doubles down. In the days following the show, Winkleman addressed the uproar in an exclusive interview. She stood by her comments, emphasizing that her critique wasn't meant to attack Meghan personally but to highlight a pattern she finds troubling. "Look, if Meghan wants to be taken seriously as a creator or a cultural figure, she needs to deliver projects that feel genuine and impactful. People are tired of fluff," she explained. Winkleman also acknowledged the backlash, saying, "I know my remarks weren't everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's important to hold people in the public eye accountable." Her remarks further fueled the controversy, leading to renewed scrutiny of Meghan Markle's rumored cooking show. Public interest in the project skyrocketed, with people wondering if Meghan would address the critiques or remain silent. Speculation grew about whether the show would be produced in collaboration with Netflix or independently, but no official statements have been made about its format or Meghan's level of involvement. Meghan Markle under the spotlight. This incident adds to the mounting pressure Meghan faces as she navigates life outside the royal fold. Once heralded as a fresh, modern voice within the British monarchy, Meghan now frequently finds herself the target of criticism. Whether it's her high-profile interviews, business ventures, or public appearances, her every move is dissected by both supporters and skeptics. The cooking show, which is still rumored and unconfirmed, has become another lightning rod for these ongoing debates. Critics argue that the stakes are higher than ever. If Meghan proceeds with the cooking show, expectations will be immense. It will need to deliver more than just aesthetically pleasing meals. It must feel authentic and provide meaningful content to win over a skeptical audience. Failure to do so could reinforce criticisms that Meghan's ventures prioritize style over substance, while success could prove her detractors wrong and bolster her reputation. A divided legacy. Winkleman's remarks have thrown Meghan Markle's public image into sharper focus, exposing the deep cultural divide over how the former Duchess is perceived. Is Meghan a well-intentioned advocate trying to make her mark in a complex world, or a celebrity leveraging royal connections to remain in the spotlight? The answer likely depends on one's perspective. As for the cooking show, it has yet to be officially announced, but it is already one of the most talked about projects of the year. Whether it becomes a culinary triumph or another chapter in the ongoing debate about Meghan Markle's authenticity remains to be seen. Until then, the controversy sparked by Claudia Winkleman will undoubtedly keep public interest and criticism simmering.